Good morning and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. I am joined by Gordie, who is wanting to come jump on the desk right now on cue, my orange cat. He's already jumped on once. I'm super excited this morning. I got a new, here he comes. Oh boy. Scrapers. And there goes all the markers. Okay. So as I was saying, I got a new tripod, I guess is the word. I'm super excited because I had fiddled around. I had that, or have that, I think it's Joby, Joby. I just have to crawl under my desk to get the markers. Okay. So I had a Joby tripod, and I kind of figured it out, but I couldn't figure out how to get the legs so you didn't see it. And I was looking for something that was like an overhead view. Oh, there's all the dust bunnies from under the desk. So I figured it was worth investing in this. It's just feels a little easier having this above, but to get used to that. So, oh boy. Okay. So, there's something else I was going to share, but in the disruptance there, I don't remember what it was. Okay. I'm going to just take a sip of coffee. This says Mamacita on the front. I think this was like a Mother's Day mug. I got, and then I really like the shade of purple. It's like a lilac purple. Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. An orange cat. He is fiery. He's just like a redhead. He's like the sweetest cat, but he can also be kind of fiery. Oh, I hear the plows downtown. I think we got a little snow last night. I'm out of upstate New York, so it's been very cold the past couple of days. We got a little bit of snow, looks like last night. So, okay, so we're settling in. Let's take a look at the Daily Stoic here this morning. In January 15th, it says, peace is in staying the course. Tranquility can't be grasped except by those who have reached an unwavering and firm power of judgment. The rest constantly fall and rise in their decisions, wavering in a state of alternatively rejecting and accepting things. What is the cause of this back and forth? It's because nothing is clear and they rely on the most uncertain guide, common opinion. And that was written by Seneca, The Moral Letters. In Seneca's essay on tranquility, he uses the Greek word euthymia, which he defines as believing in yourself and trusting that you are on the right path. Ooh, I love that. Wish I could pronounce it. And not being in doubt by following the myriad footpaths of those wandering in every direction. It is this state of mind, he says, that produces tranquility. So believing in yourself and trusting that you are on the right path is going to produce tranquility. Clarity of vision allows us to have this belief. That's not to say we're always going to be 100% certain of everything, or that we even should be. Rather, it's that we can rest assured we're heading generally in the right direction, that we don't need to constantly compare ourselves with other people or change our mind every 3 seconds based on new information. Instead, tranquility and peace are found in identifying our path and sticking to it, staying the course, making adjustments here and there naturally, but ignoring the distracting sirens who beckon us to turn toward the rocks. Just want to write down that word. A couple of words that I wanted to write that Greek word down. EUTHYMIA. I have to ask Google how to pronounce that. Believing in yourself and trusting that you are on the right path. I love that. Yeah. Tranquility and peace are found in identifying our path and sticking to it. I like that a lot. Yeah, because again, January, this month is about clarity, finding clarity. Okay. Well, I might use that actually as inspiration for maybe doing some writing here this morning. So there was a couple of words I liked. And I pulled out some of my KARIN, I need to look how to pronounce them. My Brush Marker Pros this morning, thinking we could do a little bit more lettering perhaps. And I still have coffee on here from yesterday when Gordie came through. Oh dear. Okay. He was being quite good about gently jumping up, and now he's just getting in there with everything behind him. Okay. So I did have my Tombow lettering practice worksheets for dual brush pens. I could go through and do some of the letters on here. I had actually ordered some tracing paper off Amazon, thinking I had this book, I think might have come from the bookstore from like Barnes and Noble. It's called Hand Lettering for Beginners by Sarah Ensign, E-N-S-I-G-N. Hand Lettering for Beginners, Simple Techniques and Endless Possibilities. And she does use those KARIN markers and or brush pens in here. And she just gives quite a few different right, uppercase, lowercase. There's like the curves we were working on the other day, the oval. There's a little vocabulary in the front about like ascending, descending, strokes. She talked about the spacing. That was what I was talking about. I think it was in yesterday's video. I mentioned that when you go to write out your word, there should be parallel lines at any point in the word. Yeah, practice brush pen faux calligraphy. And some printing. I really like that print. And I thought this chunky faux calligraphy would be fun to try. But I have not practiced it yet. It looks like on the downstroke you're adding that shadow, so and that's something that would be fun to play with too, with these markers, to add a shadow like that on the words if you're doing lettering. But yeah, she just gives a lot of ideas. So anyways, I had ordered some tracing paper because I was like, oh my gosh, these books, they only give you a line to practice the letter. But if I had seen somebody in one of the reviews, it looked like it had tracing paper over it. So if I use the tracing paper, then I don't have to mark up the original book, because that was my thing. Like as a teacher, I like to have a copy of something. I don't want to use the only copy, the original that I have. So using the tracing paper should be perfect, because then I can practice on the tracing paper and not mark up my original. So just an idea if you're wanting to practice hand lettering, that maybe some tracing paper, if you had already had a book of some sort, that way you're not marking up your actual book, because I had not thought of that. It was a great idea. Okay, I was just thinking of showing really quickly in this Canson XL Fluid Mixed Media tablet here. It's 7 by 10, 154 pounds, 250 grams. So usually watercolor paper would be 300 grams or 100 and... Wait, that can't be right. Oh boy. I'm having a moment. Anyways, it's not quite as much as watercolor paper would be. But it is quite nice, and it's meant for fluid acrylic. So this was just when I had been doing some prints. This was probably last year. I had laid down some, looks like fluid acrylics, the inks. Looks like mostly inks. Maybe, I think I had a different kind of paint too that I used down there. But I was thinking, I just happened to have this out yesterday, and I was thinking it'd be kind of neat to go in with maybe like some Posca pens and do some mark making over the fluid acrylics, and then maybe write out a word or some sort of something to tie in with the picture. That would be kind of cool, because like looking at these pictures, I definitely see, like, it reminds me of the ocean, sea life. I love, this is that Golden's turquoise, fluid acrylic turquoise. That's the Payne's Gray. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think what shade that was. But I just really enjoy the fluid acrylic, seeing the marks. They're just so like organic and natural. They look like cells or something right here, like little, I really like how that, I don't even know how you would describe that, but it's little marks. So anyways, yeah, maybe I'd have it this way. It reminds me of the ocean anyways. And this was maybe the last one I had. So this was just kind of a leftover paint. I had put this down, and I don't know if you can see, there's like a shimmer. This is like a pearlescent white with, again, these are, I think, mostly golden acrylics, fluid acrylics that I used. But yeah, I think I like this one the best, and I see like some jellyfish in here. I just want to like turn them into jellyfish. And then this was the one that I had seen. I thought, ooh, that would be cool to make maybe some jellyfish, and then maybe write out the word, I don't know, jellyfish or something else related to the ocean or calming or the, so anyways, thought that might be fun to do, to experiment with, maybe like this weekend if I had more time to do some more fluid acrylic back like drops, getting some of that down, and then maybe later on going through and doing either some mark making with like an acrylic paint pen on it, and then like I said, maybe using these Brushmarker Pros to do some lettering to go with it, to maybe pull it together. So the spiral. Oh, and these were there too. These were a little bit more recent. I was trying to make kind of a landscape look with these. So I used black. I think that was like a raw sienna, and some greens and blues to be like some grass, water, mountains like that. So it's, I was kind of thinking that would be kind of a mountain, and down here maybe you could add in some trees. Same thing, this one's kind of neat. It looks like a wave or something. kind of want to more turn it that way. And I guess you could. It could be the hill top like that. And that's why I do like these playing with fluid acrylics so much, because it's like cloud watching. I think I had said before that it's fun to kind of look at that and see what you see. My sister had gifted my oldest daughter a what is it called? Oh, I think it's called a reverse coloring book. So it was like, it had laid down almost like watercolor, and then you draw in the picture instead of you coloring in the picture. I thought that was a really cool idea. And that's kind of what you're doing when you're just laying down watercolor, or in this case, the fluid acrylics, and just kind of looking with your eye to see what you see. Like, it looks kind of like a feather, or it just looks really, like I said, organic is the word that comes to mind, that like reticulated pattern that I tend to see a lot of sea life coral when I do those. So, and then this was another one here. This one was nice because it has a little bit more blue. That would be kind of neat to pull in. And that would be like kind of an abstract landscape was what I was thinking they could be turned into, with the mountains or hills and then the grass and the water. So it might be something I will go back to and see if I can add to, maybe using some mark making tools. Okay, so let's see. Feeling quite scattered this morning, even though when I went to bed last night I had the coffee maker programmed and set to go this morning. Oh, that'd be one of those days, marking coffee on here. Ay, ay, ay. So, okay. Let's see if we can dab that up here. Well, that's okay. That's character. And I had written this down the other day. The word, I had just written down coffee grounds, because yesterday, or not yesterday, I think it was Monday, I was going around the kitchen, kind of scrambling in the dark to dump out. I forgot to dump the coffee grounds from the night before, and so I was rinsing them out in the sink, and I thought, oh, good, that seems good, and put it in and ran the coffee maker. And I'd come back later after I had filmed the video here and turned on the lights in the kitchen, and there were just coffee grounds everywhere in the sink. And just, I don't know, really stuck with me that it's like sometimes you're fumbling around in the dark like that. Just seemed like a metaphor of like feeling like things are like, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that, but just like fumbling around in the dark, thinking things are okay, and then you turn on the light and you put light on the situation, and you're like, whoa, that is actually the reality. There are coffee grounds everywhere, or whatever the situation is. When you shine light on it, it's like, okay, wow, that is the reality that is directing your attention. I don't know, it just really stuck with me. So in the dark, it seemed like, oh, it's great, I got it rinsed out, it's fine. And when I turned on the light, I was like, oh my gosh, what a mess, I need to clean this up. So it just seemed like a metaphor for life sometimes, when we shine light and pay attention, kind of like yesterday's in the Stoic there, that when we're paying attention, that okay. So again, not really sure where I was going bird walking with that, but okay, I think let's maybe use what we read this morning, peace is in staying the course, to do a little hand lettering, and then I think we'll wrap up. This video is kind of a hot mess, and I really would love to just go back and restart it, or not post it, but the I don't know, perfectionist in me here needs to just roll with it, and it's okay. Well, and I hear the garbage truck in the background now too, so okay. I really loved that word, this Greek word, and I really will want to look that up to see how to pronounce it. Believing in yourself and trusting that you are on the right path. That's really cool. So I think think I'd like to write that word out, and I might even want to write out underneath the meaning, and then maybe we'll go back and there's my bookmark. Write some more. So let's just turn that over for right now. And I do have my practice lettering sheet. I was thinking maybe we could go through some of the letters, but I kind of feel in this moment more like just doing some lettering here. So, all right. And I don't have these all pulled out, and I should, so that I could tell you what is what. But let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I was just kind of intuitively picking what looked good. So we're gonna just roll with these. I've got Cool Aqua. I really love that color. Cool Aqua. Arctic Blue is $264. This Cool Aqua was $204. Egyptian Blue is $305. Sky Blue is $621. Neon Violet Blue is $52.72. Turquoise is $654. Indigo Blue is $169. And it's not cayenne. Is that cyan? Cyan? Oh boy. We're doing soft C and soft G with my students this week. I should know that. Cyan, I don't know, is 207. So, I wanted to mention yesterday, I forgot to mention that I was looking a little bit if, I think these last for quite a while, but just already my brain was going towards, oh, if I need to replace certain markers. I had bought the whole set of these, which actually I think saved me money, because getting a smaller set, and then I just know myself, I know my brain, I am a collector by nature, and I would have wanted like all the colors, even though that kind of causes like paralysis of having too much choice at times. But anyways, bird walking again. I have the larger set, but I was thinking I might need to replace individual colors. And if you go on to, it's Blick Art. I'm having a hard time this morning. I think it's actually like Dick Blick is the website, but it's Blick, I don't know, art something online. I'll put it in the description. But anyways, you could get some of the sets they had available, but they also sold these individually, which I was not really finding anywhere else. Like Amazon, the shipping was would have been like $10 a marker or something. And Michael's, I like to use Michael's, and it looked like Michael's only had the sets. I think that's where I had originally bought the set, was from Michael's. I had like a coupon and gotten a deal on the big set that had the neons in with it. But if you're looking for just like an individual, there's just a couple of colors that you want to try, some of your favorite colors. That Art Blick website would be a great place to look. And I think they usually have pretty reasonable shipping too, like $2.99 or something for a $35 purchase or something. So worth looking into. So, okay, let's get back to, we're going to put this Greek word here down. So I'm really going to try to focus when I'm writing this on my spacing the best I can. I had mentioned yesterday and I didn't grab, but you know what? I'm just going to use this. Actually, I'm going to use the Stoic. Perfect. As a ruler, I'm going to go in with a pencil and just lightly, oh, my sister I think gave me these pencils, take note, for Christmas or my birthday. So I'm just going to go in and make a rough light line for myself because I know myself that I will start kind of writing up the page naturally. So I'll put that down for myself, and it's at least a straight line. Okay. Let's just do, I don't know. I've not practiced a capital E in some time. Let's take a look and just see what they show it as. It's the lowercase. Some kind of this. And they go right in and right back out. I don't know. We'll give it a try. It's just paper, right? That's what I need to remind myself. It's just paper. And we can. Okay. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna go white. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Okay, so E, and that was the Cool Aqua, number 204. I'm going to use this Arctic Blue, which is 264. No, I don't want to use that one. I want to use something with more contrast. Uh-oh, might need to pull in a different. Let's go with this Egyptian Blue, 305. U. Downstroke, remember, it's going to be kind of thick. We're going to come up like that. Let's do downstroke. We're going to do like that. That's okay. I don't love it, but okay. Next one is that Arctic Blue, 264. I'm going to do a T. So I'm just going to make kind of a line down, up. Like that, kind of light. I didn't add enough contrasting. Use this sapphire. Let's use this sapphire blue. I hit myself all 189. So on the downstroke, I'm going to put heavier pressure, and then as I lift my pen up, I'm going to kind of lighten up until I go on the downstroke again. So downstroke thick, kind of lifting my pen on the upstroke. And then back down, I'm going to put some heavier pressure. And I like that I added that color. Okay, good choice. Sky Blue, 621. I'm going to do a Y. Some heavy pressure. I'll lift up my marker here. Downstroke, we're going to do. I don't love the loop I did, but that's okay. I'm going to just keep going. Okay. Let's go into this neon violet blue, 5272. And this is one of those letters I enjoy doing. Ooh, I really like, I think it must be something with the neons. It really looks like watercolor. I like how it, I don't even, kind of almost blooms in areas. I just love how that lays down like that. So it was a neon violet blue. That'd be a fun one to try. 5272. And let's go into turquoise. I always love turquoise. 654. Doing pretty well on spacing. I think I should have room here. I have I. And then A. Let's see, what am I left with? Indigo. let's just do a quick color test. That's the cyan or cyan. That was the indigo. I think we're going to go with the indigo. Put that off to the side. Indigo blue is $169. And again, just the key to when you're holding your pen that took me a long time to figure out is holding it kind of parallel, I guess, to your, like, in gripping it up further. I tend to really grip tightly at the bottom to just kind of grip it back a little bit further. Okay, so A. Yeah, I'm really liking that indigo. I'm actually quite happy with that, how it came out. So I need to find the pronunciation of that, but okay. So I'll go back and I'll erase that line later, but I would like to just kind of add what it means, believing in yourself and trusting that you are on the right path. So I might just use this again as a ruler. Do I want to do that? I don't think I do. Let's just do this. I need to bring in some of my larger post-its. I'm going to write out. Believing in yourself and trusting you are on the right path. That's gonna bring you tranquility and peace, which actually I would have liked to write out those words too. I'm not sure we'll have time to write out tranquility and peace, but that would be perfect with the blues. Okay. How are we on time? Oh boy. Yep. Okay. We probably won't get to that this morning, but we'll do that later. Okay. So let's just go in with, I think I'm going to use this neutral gray 131, and I'm just going to, I think I'm going to try to challenge myself to make it a little smaller lettering here. Just thinking how I want to start my B. Yeah. Let's just do kind of like a K. I'm gonna let's start with a loop. Heavy on the downstroke. I'm gonna kind of lift up. Heavy again. And light. B. E. I'm running out of room. And now you can see I'm kind of getting off on an angle, and I'm kind of big to small. Oh, it's always disappointing when I love the I really liked that word. I probably should have just went through with like my black Sharpie pen and just wrote underneath it maybe, but that's all right. Like I said, that's how I learn. And maybe I could always go back and like cut that out and do something with it, but that's okay. But that is not really how that should look. The spacing is not, and it's also going upstream, so that's disappointing, but it's all right. let's just come down here. I'm going to do in yourself. I don't know if I can fit that here. And I really like how that work came out. That one's okay. That one kind of want. Believing in yourself. Let's just do a symbol instead of the word and. And trusting. Trusting you. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit the rest of it. Believing in yourself and trusting you. And this R. You are. I'm trying to really keep these close. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to do. Let's see. All right. Path. Oh, just enough room, I think. Okay, so that's how we ended. Not too bad. I don't love it. I like that I did the symbol. Tried that. I haven't done that before when I was doing it. I really like the word yourself. I like trusting. That's my favorite letter to make is the lowercase r. I like dipping down, so I should try that more with other letters. I really liked how my E came out, actually. That's the first time I've made a capital E in quite some time. But believing, kind of, you can see how we got smaller, and my spacing, we got scrunched in, and really, those letters should be parallel. So, okay, we're going to stop there for today. I'm going to look up the pronunciation of that Greek word there, and I like that. Believing in yourself and trusting that you are on the right path. That's one that I might want to do again, maybe gift to a friend or something. I really like that idea. So let's close out with a tiny book of Tiny Pleasures by Irene Smith and Astrid Vander Post. Okay, let's flip through here and just see. Feeling the wind in your hair. It's been quite windy lately. Very cold. The kids haven't been out for recess much in the past 2 weeks. So I really would love to feel the warm wind in my hair and a cup of comfort. I love that latte art. That's so pretty. And the colors, I love that. Like aqua. It's really pretty. I'd love to create that. So I'm going to leave you on a cup of comfort here. And I hope that wherever you are, you're feeling ease and are able to find some kind of sparks of joy throughout your day, just drawing attention to things around you. So, and hope that we'll see you soon. And until then, be well.